You son of a bitch. Got your ass now. After watching the documentary yesterday, it is just so obvious what went down. So basically, in the 90s, there was this young man called Sean Combs, and he was the owner of the Bad Boy Records. And at the time, his hottest artist was the Notorious B.I.G. So this young man was on fire. Yeah, no one could touch him lyrically until this another young man. His name is Tupac. He just started blowing up, taking over the game. And Biggie had mad respect for him lyrically. And one day he came to New York for a recording session, and he got involved in a robbery that turned into a shooting. Since the attempt on Tupac's life in New York, the tension between the two grew worse and worse, and it turned into a war between the East and West Coast, bigger than both rappers, and it affected the whole industry because people had to pick sides. When Tupac released a diss track called Hit 'Em Up, dissing the whole of Bad Boy staff, the situation was getting out of hand. Diddy had a drop on Pac. He knew he was going to be at the boxing fight. Mike Tyson was fighting, so Diddy knew he was going to be there. Therefore, he orchestrated the murder of Tupac. By getting Tupac killed, Diddy thought that automatically that would give his artist, Biggie, the whole lane to himself. And maybe Biggie saw that himself, that now that Pac is no longer here, he could take over the game. And on that note, he decided to leave Bad Boy Records. That didn't sit well with Diddy. Because bear in mind, even though I think he had a key part in Tupac's death, I don't think that B.I.G. had any involvement in it whatsoever. And they had no awareness that Diddy was also involved. What no one predicted or expected was that after Tupac's death, his music just got bigger and bigger. Bear in mind that he was a respected artist at the time, but because of his untimely death that turned him into a legend overnight, his albums automatically became classics and still are classics to today. That made his enter Suge. So Suge ran the label that Tupac was signed to, Death Row Records, and by Tupac passing away, he inherited all of his earnings. And like I said, after his passing, his music started selling more than ever. And he was already selling a lot as it was. After hearing that B.I.G. wanted to leave the label and seeing how much success Suge Knight was having after Tupac's death, Diddy, being the ruthless businessman that he is, saw opportunity there. He decided to get B.I.G. killed, and this time definitely profiting from his death by not only taking over his whole catalogue, but then also releasing numerous songs in honor of B.I.G. and many remixes, and basically squeezed the lemon as much as he could to the point where he made B.I.G.'s funeral a big event and made sure that every penny spent came out of B.I.G.'s pocket. So now Suge is getting his pockets fat because he's now earning money from Tupac's sales after his death, and P. Diddy that's doing the same thing, quickly both of them becoming the first rap millionaires. Enters Hova, Jay-Z. He said, hold on a second. I see what you man are doing, and I want in. At the time, there was the one and only Aaliyah, and she was taking over the game. Yeah, there was no better female artist. She not only had the looks, she had the voice, she could dance, she could act, and she was doing it all, and she was doing it big. Because he couldn't sign Aaliyah to his record label, he orchestrated Aaliyah's early and untimely demise. And you're gonna ask yourself, if she wasn't signed to his label, how did he profit from it? Well, let me tell you. You see, Beyonce, yeah, before she was a queen, she was just, a singer in the girl band, which she was doing quite good. But compared to Aaliyah, she was not it. Aaliyah was in movies, and she had just come in the game and she was already on fire. So after Aaliyah passing away, Beyonce left Destiny's Child to go solo after getting with Jay-Z, her partner in crime, her Bonnie to his Clyde, you know what I'm saying? So there you go.